Hello everybody, happy July the 7th, 2025 edition. I hope you're doing well. This will be a VR for Mike at Kane Autograph, who is a through-the-mail autograph collector, TTM collector. I think he's been doing videos for a couple of years, but as far as I can see, all of his videos are about through-the-mail autographs. And he wants us to do a VR, and he wants us to tell our through the mail autograph Mount Rushmore, our top 4 through the mail autographs. And his criteria was that they signed consistently and the returns were quickly, and that the player had a solid autograph. Also, that they covered an extended era and was on several teams, and that they didn't charge for the autographs. So all 4 of these that I selected fell under that criteria. So here we go. First up is Bobby Shantz, as you can see there. Bobby Shantz was a left-handed pitcher who pitched for 16 seasons, so that covers the covering eras of baseball. It's 16 seasons, and he was on several teams: the Philadelphia Athletics, the Kansas City Athletics, the New York Yankees, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Houston Colt 45s, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Chicago Cubs, and the Philadelphia Phillies. Bobby Shantz was the American League MVP in 1952. He was a 3-time All-Star. He won the 1958 World Series with the Yankees. He was an 8-time Gold Glove winner. Had an overall 119 wins and 99 win-loss record, with a 3.38 ERA, earned run average, and had 1,072 career strikeouts. So here's some of the cards that I got from Mr. Shantz to autograph. This Topps Archives card. I think that's upside down. The Mighty Mite. But you definitely can see that he has a very legible autograph, so that's why I included him in my list. You don't have to wonder what that is. His name is there. But there he is with the Philadelphia Athletics. Here he is with the New York Yankees. Very legible autograph. Love this card. I didn't show the back. But as you can see, he was born September the 26th, 1925. So Mr. Shantz is 99 years old. Still signing autographs. Here he is on the 1961 Topps with the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's the back. As you can see, he was only 5'6", very short for a pitcher. About the same height as Jose Altuve. Little guy, but great pitcher. Great autograph. And then here's a 1962 Topps card. Houston Colt 45s. He got the very first win in Houston Colt 45s history. Very first game that the Houston Colt 45s played, they faced up against the Chicago Cubs, who had been around a long time, and they won the very first game, and Mr. Shantz was the winning pitcher. Very first game for the Houston Colt 45s. But he is a great, if you're just getting into sending off for autographs, I recommend Bobby Shantz. But like I said, he's 99, so now's the time. But a great signer. Up next, as you can see, Claude Osteen. Claude Osteen, nicknamed Gomer because of his resemblance to Gomer Pyle. Y'all tell me if you think he resembles Gomer Pyle, if you're familiar with Gomer Pyle. But he was a left-handed pitcher who played 19 seasons from 1957 to 1975 with 6 different teams: the Cincinnati Reds, Washington Senators, LA Dodgers, Houston Astros, St. Louis Cardinals, and Chicago White Sox. He had a 196 and 195 win-loss record, a very respectable 3.30 earned run average with 1,612 strikeouts. He was a 3-time All-Star and was on the 1965 World Series champion LA Dodgers. But I also recommend you to send to Claude Osteen. Gomer is a great signer. Legible autograph there. Here with the Washington Senators. He also pitched for the Dodgers. And for my Houston Astros. Here he's traded to the Astros. I like the backs of these. It tells the story. Traded from the Dodgers to the Houston Astros in exchange for outfielder Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon. And then here he is when he's coaching for the Albuquerque Dukes. Later on, AAA team. Up next, we have Ron Hansen, who was a shortstop who played 15 seasons with the Baltimore Orioles, Chicago White Sox, Washington Senators, New York Yankees, and Kansas City Royals. Had a lifetime .234 batting average with 106 home runs and 501 RBIs, 2-time All-Star, and American League Rookie of the Year with the Orioles in 1960. On July the 30th, 1968, while playing for the Washington Senators in a game against the Cleveland Indians, Hansen turned an unassisted triple play, which is a rare feat. It's only occurred 15 times in the history of Major League Baseball. So very rare to see an unassisted triple play, but Mr. Hansen did it. And he has a great autograph. As you can see here on this 1963 Fleer card. Love 1963 Fleer cards. But as it says at the beginning there, he was in the Marines. A lot of baseball players were back in the day, were in the military. Something to be thankful for. Here he is on the 65 Topps card with the White Sox. Like all these players, very legible autographs. I mean, you don't have to wonder what does that say, like, you know, modern. A lot of modern autographs. There's the back of the 65 Topps. And it tells about he was the American League Rookie of the Year in 1960. Here he is on the 1968 Topps. And I love he inscribed, I just read about the unassisted triple play. He inscribed it along with the date 7/30/68. So that's super cool. I love inscriptions. And then last but not least, my fellow Alabamian, Mr. Al Red Worthington, who was a right-handed pitcher, pitched 14 seasons with the New York Giants, San Francisco Giants, Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, Cincinnati Reds, and the Minnesota Twins. He had a win-loss record of 75 and 82 with a 3.39 earned run average, 834 strikeouts, and 111 saves. He was on the 1954 World Series Giants. So here he is as a rookie with the New York Giants, Al Worthington. Like I said, very legible autograph. Here he is on the 1960 Topps when they moved from New York to here, San Francisco Giants. Al was a football star at Alabama University. which is really cool. And as you can see, he was born on February the 5th, 1930. So Mr. Worthington's 95 years old, still signing autographs. I mentioned he also played for the White Sox. And there's his autograph on a White Sox sticker. Pitched for the Reds, Cincinnati Reds. And also the Minnesota Twins on this 1965 Topps card. I love 65 Topps, is my favorite Topps set. Look what he done in the minors. Al won 19 games at Minneapolis in 1955. And as you can see, his home was Birmingham, Alabama. My fellow Alabamian, great through-the-mail autograph signer, as all these are. So if you never sent off for them, give it a try. They've been great with me. Quick returns, legible autographs, no charge. So those are my through-the-mail autograph Mount Rushmores. So this is once again a VR from Mike. If you aren't subscribed to Mike, go check him out. Give him a subscription. I'll leave his link in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great Monday remainder, and I hope to see you somewhere again down the road. God bless. My time is up. I thank you for yours, and I hope you have a magnificent Monday remainder. God bless.